Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are excited for this Lemuria update. Yes, sir! Test run is officially over, right? Matthew Anderson, aka Spark, they mentioned that Test Realm is finally offline, and now it's coming to the live servers very soon, quote unquote. But we can kind of theorize on when it's going to release. It's not really rocket science, especially with Wizard101 on their release dates. So without further ado, let's jump into it and tell you everything that you need to know for this update. This is the big update, alright? Now listen, I know the first question everybody always tells me in the comments is, Richard, when is Live Realm gonna get the update? And yes, I'm glad you asked. So the test realm, again, test realm is officially closed. They closed it for the holiday weekend and stuff like that. There were some slight comments people made about, you know, basically making it like extended or feel like there could be more testing done. Personally, for me, I think 3 weeks is enough. I don't know how much testing people need to do, but yeah, I'm excited for this update. So we can kind of theorize based on the stuff we actually have in game and just in general. And so they usually do maintenances early morning on Wednesday. So basically, if you're playing on Tuesday, we might get a tweet from them saying Wizard101 is going into maintenance, and then I'll do the news about it, yada yada yada, and then, you know, talking about the update and stuff like that. But also that the full scroll of fortune, the fall scroll of fortune, basically the battle pass, the seasonal battle pass, is wrapping up quite soon, and in place of that, it will be the winter scroll of fortune, and the spiral showcase also ends pretty soon, so be sure to take advantage of that. But yeah, since the fall scroll of fortune is wrapping up soon, I would imagine that they would probably just do a maintenance, then swap that out, and then put the winter scroll of fortune in, which also would be the same time that they would probably apply the update. And like I said, it's not really rocket science when it comes to Wizard101 release dates. It's kind of quite obvious, especially when the developers say that test run's offline, the update's gonna come very soon. So, you know, it's not really rocket science, but that's the main gist of it. Pretty much Wednesday is when we'll get the update, and then don't forget, on December 2nd is when we're gonna have that KI Live, which they talk about Lemuria, because Lemuria has already dropped. So they're basically dropping the world before the KI Live. Like I said, it's not rocket science. And if I'm wrong, if for some reason they don't release it at all this week, then we gotta wait till next week. And if they don't release it next week, then we're just gonna have to wait in December, because December is the last month of the year, and this is probably the latest test run that we've ever gotten, like the latest update that we've ever gotten, right? And this will probably release around like November 31st. I don't know if there's a 31st in this month, but yeah, I'm excited for Lemuria. Again, we're gonna jump into everything that you need to know about Lemuria. So let's just talk about the spells, because there are a lot of new spells. So if you've seen some of my videos, I made some videos talking about the PvP spells and stuff like that. Here we have Brûlé Sucré. They basically made that into a PvP only spell in the test round. Ooh, I dropped my mic. Wow, hot mic. But basically, a lot of people are going to get frustrated from this, but some of these spells are going to be PvP only. So they made a version of Brûlé Sucré, I believe it's like Hunting Worm or something like that, and they've made like over 50 new spells. However, these spells are PvP only. So all the utilities that we talked about, all of the new Scion hit spells, all of them are PvP only, right? All of them are PvP only, right? I know a lot of PvE players probably don't know that yet because they don't keep up with the news. And so when the update comes in, I'm expecting a lot of comments be like, how come we can't use a utility spell? Why are they PvP only? Huh? You know, I'm just going to be like, well, I did tell y'all multiple times. I told y'all multiple times that they're PvP only. But I think for the most part, everybody kind of get the gist of the spells, right? I think for the most part, everybody kind of gets the gist of the spells. But about 50 new PvP only spells. That includes some new hits and stuff like that, and some utility spells. I'm sure PvP players are going to love it. Make sure to check it out, all in the test realm notes. Now, of course, let's get into Lemuria with the text messages happening. Lemuria, this is the big world, alright? Everybody's gonna love it, right? So, obviously, if you never finished Caramel, do Caramel, alright? If you've never done the questing for Caramel, just do the main quest for Caramel, alright? Alright, you don't have to do the side quest or anything. just do the main quest for Caramel, get it done, and so you'll be caught up to date with Lemuria basically. So once you're done the Caramel quest, all you have to do is go to the Arcanum, and you'll see, I believe, Stallion Quartermain, and he will basically start you up on that quest. So again, just make sure you're finishing up Caramel and stuff like that. And though after that, you gotta remember that the max level cap now is level 150. So then you can decide for yourself if you wanted to farm for new gear or just keep your regular level 140 gear or whatever gear that you're rocking. I know some people are even walking with like Waterworks gear, so again, it's up to you on what you want to farm for or what you're comfortable with, but the max level cap now is level 150. That also means that we probably might get more increased health caps, so you might see your increase of health a little bit. So definitely make sure, get some XP to do all them quests and stuff like that. So another thing that a lot of people, and again, I won't spoil anything, obviously. I will say though that Lemuria is really like solo walkthrough friendly. It depends on the type of player you are. If you have at least like good stats and you know what you're doing, then you should be fine, because most of Lemuria is usually mob fights, defeat and collect quests over and over again. You might run into one or two tricky boss battles that you might have a problem with, but for the most part, I think a lot of solo players might be able to quest through Lemuria. At least I did, and I didn't even heal as much. I know everybody thinks that's easy for a Life Wither Distiller. It's not so easy, but yeah, for the most part, some of those quests and some of those missions basically are just defeat and collect quests. Maybe you have one boss that might be a little tricky, but for the most part, it's not too difficult. Now, the last boss, again, not gonna spoil anything, but the last boss is something that you will have to dedicate time to, right? The final boss battle of Lemuria is probably one of the hardest that I've played in the game, and it's just the time. Like, it's not hard, but at the same time, if you do not know what you're doing, which a lot of people are not going to know what to do, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't have the best gear, then yes, it might become difficult, alright? Now, if you're ever going into the last boss, I highly recommend bringing a healer like moi. I just got done making my favorite new pet. I had to get rid of Healing Current because they changed Healing Current. Speaking of Healing Current, they actually changed some spells. So they changed Healing Current to like a Healing Overtime and stuff like that. So you might notice a difference with your pet's Healing Maycast or something like that. They also changed, I believe, King Artorias and a bunch of other spells and stuff like that. Again, you can read all that in like the test realm notes and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, and again, for housing decorators, I believe they have a Castle Magic Reflector Mirror or something like that. But if you're a housing decorator, I'm sure you'll have fun with that. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for Lemuria. I mean, that's pretty much all you need to know. Again, increased level cap, new world, of course, and, of course, some new spells, but the new spells are PvP only. Now, of course, there's going to be some world spells, right? The world spells can be used in PvP, however, they can't be enchanted in PvP, right? And so, of course, you'll get the new world spells. You can use them in PvE, obviously. They're pretty fun. Some of them I don't really understand the concept of, but they're pretty fun spells. I think a lot of people will like them. And again, just go into the dev notes. Definitely check in with the PvP dev notes and stuff like that. If you're a PvP player, just a reminder that they're changing the Diego dueling thing into a chess timer, so now you won't see like Diego or basically calling the shots or having on the clock. It's basically on a chess timer. So again, you can read the PvP notes if you wanted to get more in depth with that about all that fun stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I'm excited for Lemuria. There definitely doesn't need to be any more testing done. I played test realm. It's pretty fun. Now, of course, when it comes to video games in general, there will be bugs, there will be glitches, but I'm just here to tell y'all, relax. Alright, this is like, I don't know how many worlds it's been, but I've been playing this game for a couple of years now, so anything really excites me for Wizard101 at this point. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Anything excites me. But if you're excited for Lemuria, let me know. And of course, for the Beast Moon players out there, new beast forms. Well, sorta. Basically, new school types of the beast forms. Again, check the test realm notes and the update notes for all that stuff. Alright. My name is Richard Unicorn Car. See you later, and I'll see you in Lemuria. Peace out.